Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy to have you with us here on this Tuesday. I hope you're doing well. I'm Dustin Staples. Appreciate your time as always. Thanks for checking us out here on the Neighborhood Network. We are going to begin off with the hurricane outlook. Today, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released their forecast for the hurricane season. As you know, here roughly next week about this time, we will begin the official start of the hurricane season. And of course, what a perfect time to talk about it, because all this rain we've been experiencing over the last day and a half has been part of tropical moisture. However, though, there has not been a name given with this storm that's been moving through our area, giving us impacts. Right now, the National Weather Service and the National Hurricane Center gave it called Invest 93L, investigative thing right there. So that is what this rain's all about. If you're wondering where this rain has been coming from, it's all part of some tropical moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico that has allowed it to escape and move its way northward. So that's what that's all about. But anyway, I want to begin here talking about the hurricane season, because again, June 1st is the official start of the kickoff time frame with that. So an average hurricane season is 14 storms. We normally see 7 hurricanes in category 3 storm or greater. That's basically winds of 120 or greater. We see about over 3 at an average level. So that is the average on that. But like I said, we talk about some of these other official ones. So you see here on top of that, so the national, this is the Colorado State University. They also put out their forecast way months ago, or roughly about a month ago, and we showed this to you. But now, again, NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, had their outlook produced today, and kind of compare the numbers here. So we're talking about an above average season for everybody across the U.S. here in the Atlantic Basin, at least to say, for our friends here along the East Coast and the Gulf of Mexico. Meanwhile, the Pacific has a different start date, as their storms are kind of different out towards that way. Anyway, but locally, you know, the Colorado State has 19 named storms. 9 of those are hurricanes, and they're forecasting 4 category 3 storms or greater. And NOAA, look at there, a big jump with that case right there. 14 to 21 named storms, 6 to 10 hurricanes, and a forecast 3 to 6 category 3 storms with winds, again, over 110, 20 plus miles per hour for this season. So hopefully we do not go beyond those marks as well. But obviously, you know, this is some names that we talk about, and, you know, they always rotate every so often. Some of these names have to retire at a given point in time. So obviously, you know, you have the names you see listed here. So if your name's on this list, please be gentle to us, as we do not want to be having minor damage or little to any damage of a hurricane that does develop here. Again, what typically we go through a normal list every so often. And of course, over the last couple of years, you probably remember the last time we went to the Greek alphabet was in 2020. So what they did, they retired that name, and there's an auxiliary list of storm names that will be in place just in case if we have to use, if we run out of this list of names you see provided here on the screen for you. Again, this is from NOAA. They put these list out there, and obviously some of the names are familiar, you know, Bonnie and Earl, and we've had those names in the past, thankfully, and haven't been too severe. But most of these names are new, thanks to how significant the storm has been. As you know, Katrina has been replaced with a guy or another name with Carl this go around. So on top of that, that is just kind of things how we see playing out. All right, now let's get you to the week or tonight's forecast. No heavy rains expected. We can finally dry out for a change. We'll most likely see cloudy skies develop overnight this evening. Mild temperatures at play, so a very cloudy and overcast night is in the making for everybody. Lows, they begin the mid 50s, low 50s for everybody. Your Wednesday forecast right now, we're going to see temperatures staying in the mid 60s everywhere you go, up towards 220, up towards Route 8. 57, 58, up towards Route 40 going towards Ferrum Mountain and into Rocky Mount. Just keep that in mind. Again, we had a lot of flood reports everywhere. So a lot of standing water is going to be out there tonight and tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. Remember, turn around, don't drown. We do know that a lot of the flood watches have been able to expire on top of that note as well. So again, just to keep in mind that we are expected to see some cloudy skies with those mild temperatures at play for us on our Wednesday. Now, let's get to the weekend because this is extremely important for a lot of individuals here that are looking at our forecast. What is graduation looking like? I know I'm just the bearer of bad news here, right? But you know, the good news is we'll dry out on Wednesday, maybe a little bit Thursday too. We can start get some of this rain out of here. We can kind of clear out for the next batch of showers and storms moving in our region as we make our way towards Friday. So big day, right? Graduation for our Magna Vista Warriors. That is scheduled at 7 p.m. That is at outdoors. If things are scheduled to change, stay tuned for Magna Vista's updates. And of course, we'll have information provided for you as we get towards Friday. So Luis will be out there and our crew will be in the making, filming some graduation. So scattered storms could possibly be on the severe side. We'll keep a close eye on this as another batch of showers and thunderstorms are going to be moving in. Then we have a cold front coming through. This is what's generating all these thunderstorms and daily shower activity for us this week. Again, cooling off, not as hot as we were last weekend, but it's going to be a lot cooler. And you're going to be noticing a different shift in the wind because we have having a northeast and a northwest flow moving in our region this week. So that is for Friday. Saturday morning, you should be okay for Bassett's graduation. Right now, that is also scheduled for to be outdoors. Right now, I'm not expecting any major high concerns with storms in the morning, but we could most likely see a slight shower here or there. That scheduled graduation at 9 a.m. in the afternoon. We'll most likely see the storms fire up again as you make your way towards the afternoon. So what's going to happen? We got two scenarios that could play out. One of the scenarios is that this front stall as it moves through our area, and it's going to be coming through in such of a hurry, or it'll most likely, if it does stall, it'll most likely just linger and not move and giving us a higher chance of showers for both Friday and Saturday. Or this front comes through pretty fast, and what's going to happen, we'll have high pressure that's going to take over control for us, giving us another southerly flow back to a drier extended period for the holiday weekend. So right now for Friday, I will just go ahead and prepare to have your rain gear with you. Unfortunately, I know everybody wants to have a nice graduation. Martinsville, I think you're the only high school in Patrick County and Franklin County as well over the weekend had some good weather for their graduation scheduling too. But unfortunately, the big two rival schools, Bassett and Magna Vista, right now, I mean, you know, I'm not playing favorites with this one, but most likely Bassett's graduation will most likely be okay since it's in the morning hours, thanks to the rain leaving the area. So we'll keep a close eye on that, though. We'll see how this plays out. Again, if that front stalls longer, it'll most likely have rain continuing into Saturday morning. If the front quickly gets out of here in a hurry before overnight on Friday into Saturday morning, you'll most likely be left with some dry air in place. However, though, we'll most likely see some scattered showers and thunderstorms in our area as well. So I know it's not the weekend we all want to see. And typically, as most of you are very familiar with, our Memorial Days in the past several years have always been wet and rainy. So this has been a trend that is it's not a shock to our area, but again, we have seen this play out a number of times too. So on top of that note, excuse me, I had something falling from the ceiling here. It fell on my face. Okay, so on that note, we are going to say farewell, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Remember that standing water, if there's standing water around your area, remember to turn around, don't drown. It's never worth risking your life, or better yet, even stalling your car, because you never know how deep that water is. I know our friends in Patrick County got hit pretty hard, and again, rainfall amounts average between 3/4 of an inch to almost 2.5 inches here in the city. So we picked up a lot of rain in a short amount of time that persisted longer than we were thinking. But again, this was forecasted, this prolonged rain shield event that just lingered and was not in a hurry to go anywhere. Thankfully, most of that rain is out of our area. Stay tuned. We're going to have more news and a lot more BTW21 programming coming up after a quick break.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.